Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to film kind of a quick little review of the Fenty Pro Filt'R foundation. I've been dreading filming this review for like the past week and a half, to be quite honest with you. I feel like as soon as Fenty like hit the stores, like everybody was going crazy and everybody had all these like amazing reviews and everything was like awesome. Everybody loved it. And then I bought it and it just didn't work for me. I got really sad about it, guys. Like you don't even understand. Like I was so badly wanting this foundation to work for me. Like I don't think I've ever tried to work with a foundation more than I tried to work with the Fenty foundation, and it still just didn't work for me. Before I get started, because I don't want anybody to like view this and be like, oh, you hate Rihanna and you're dissing her whole brand and da-da-da, because I'm not. Like, I love Rihanna, and honestly, I cannot wait to get my hands on one of her highlighters because those are like bomb, and I just, oh, they're so pretty. On my skin type, personally, I have weird skin. Sometimes it'll be like really dry and the foundation will like latch to it and it'll just look crazy, but then like halfway through the day my face gets super oily. So I never really know like whether I should go towards a super matte or like a hydrating foundation to just kind of like suit whatever my skin is like feeling like doing that day. I don't know. And by the way, guys, I love Rihanna. Like, I've loved her since day one, since Ponder Replay came out in like 2005. She's been like style icon since day one. So this is in no way like hatred towards Rihanna and her brand, because I love everything that Rihanna does. This product specifically just didn't work for me. I don't have the product with me because unfortunately I sent it back because I'm broke. So the first time that I applied it, I just did it straight up like how I normally do my foundation. I don't normally like prime my face. I don't normally moisturize it before putting my foundation on. So I just put it on straight, and I used this True Beauty 110 brush right here. It's one of these, it looks kind of like the Artiste brushes, but it's like a cheaper version of it. Which I can use that with pretty much all of my foundations and it makes it look flawless. So I tried to apply it with that, and it just, I feel like it kind of just made it set a little bit too heavy in places. So like on the other side, I used my beauty blender and it kind of didn't really do much different for me. Like it kind of still like set super heavy around here, specifically like my nose area and like through here and some like through here. So like my T-zone area. It just like, usually when I put a foundation on, it looks good when I first put it on, and then as I go throughout the day is when it starts to look like built up or cruddy, or like right here my smile lines start to break apart. But I'm not even joking, like before I was even done with my makeup, that's what this foundation was doing to my skin. So after that, I was like determined to make this stuff work for me. I was like, I need this foundation to work. I just spent like 40 bucks online for it. So then I tried to use it with my Wet n Wild Coverall primer, just because that's the primer that I use when I do use a primer. Still did the same thing. Also, I don't know who knows, you let me just stop myself there. Desi Perkins on YouTube, you know who she is. She did a review of the Fenty Beauty like right after it came out, and she said that even though that there are like 40 different shades, which I think is amazing, like I think it's awesome that Rihanna took into account deep skin tones and people with like albinism, like that's insane, like that's just awesome of her. I still feel like I was unable to find my shade, kind of like what Desi said. I feel like I'm very in between. I ordered 120 neutral, and I tried 130 neutral, no, not neutral, 130, whatever it is, 130, and that turned out too yellowy for me. So 120 made me look kind of ghostly, and then 130 looked a little bit yellowy. So there's that. And then also my like final attempt to make the foundation work, I had been using this Milani, the Milani foundation, which I love, by the way. I've fallen in love with this like recently, It's awesome, but I've been mixing that with this Bobbi Brown face oil. So I was like, okay, let's try that, you know, with this Fenty foundation. Alright, so what I normally do with the Milani foundation is I will squirt some out on the back of my hand, I will dot it all over my face, and then after it's dotted on my face, I'll just squirt like the little face oil and blend it out with a beauty blender. Works great. What I did the same thing with Fenty, but it dries very fast, which I did like that once I put it on, I didn't have to powder my face, which is very rare because I always powder my face, like, all the time. But this, it's like you could touch it and it felt like you just powdered it, and that was like the one big thing that I was like, okay, this is awesome. But I tried to do my little technique with the face oil like Milani, and since it did dry down so quickly on my skin, I was just gonna work, you know, from like one cheek to the next cheek to my forehead instead of just dotting it everywhere and then doing the face oil. So I dotted it all over my cheek, and then I put the face oil on it, and by the time that I was done putting face oil on my cheek, I went to blend it out, and the dots had already dried on my skin, and I'm just like, I couldn't get them to blend out after that. Like, it dried so incredibly fast that it made it really, really hard to even blend out. The only thing that I can honestly say that I did not try with this foundation was mixing it with another foundation. But to be honest with you, if I'm going to spend that much money on a high-end foundation, I don't want to have to mix it with something else to make the finish look good. Anytime that I use my Fiona Styles luminous foundation, I mix it with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. Not because like the finish is bad, because I love both of them. The finish is great on both of them, but the only reason why I mix them is just because the Fiona Styles is way too dark for me. So if it's like a color issue, then that's okay, but if the finish itself is just not looking good and it's looking cruddy by the time I'm like not even done with my eyeshadow, it's just, I don't know. I don't want to have to like fight with my foundation, you know? I feel like it was Tati Westbrook who had said something like, you have to find like your happy family of your like makeup or whatever, and I feel like I have found my happy family with my Fiona Styles and, you know, the Shape Tape and all of that stuff, and it just unfortunately the Rihanna foundation didn't want to be a part of my family. The packaging is super pretty. I can say that the packaging is gorgeous. I did like how it dried down, and honestly, it looks amazing on other people, and I'm super jealous about it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Jamie Genevieve, I've talked about her like a trillion times on my channel, but she's my fave, obviously. It looked amazing on her. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why my face hates the feeling of this foundation. It makes me so mad. The moment that Rihanna comes out with like a more hydrating foundation, I will be all there for it, but this one, it was just too intensely matte for me. Alright, well, hopefully I said everything that I needed to say in that review. I feel like I was talking very, very fast because my battery is dying and I'm like racing against time right now because I also want to film another video. I'm forcing myself to start planning out my videos ahead of time, which is not normally how I've been doing it. I kind of just wake up and do whatever, but I want to get it down to posting 3 times a week. So wish me luck. Hope to see you a few days a week. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, so hopefully you guys don't hate me after that review. Again, I promise I don't hate Rihanna. I don't hate her brand. This foundation just didn't work out for my skin personally. I've seen many people that it looks beautiful on. So yeah, if you liked that, make sure to hit the like button down below and to subscribe to my channel. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!